Hello, hello, hello. It is now Friday, February 21st, 2020. I wanted to come and have a conversation with you guys about some really powerful things. I'm going to invite everybody on. Um, this is going to be a earth-shaking, ground-rumbling video that's going to prove a couple of things. First of all, is going to prove to us that everything that we've been saying about these private business courts acting like they were government was true. That everything we said about these people not having jurisdiction over us was true. Everything we said about them trafficking in kids were true. And we're going to break it down. And I'm also going to prove to you that with affidavits and the such, that we gave you guys real remedy, that the real remedy is working. And the thing that's going to be deep is we are going to see how when I told you guys that we are dealing with criminals and how criminals behave. Sometimes a criminal will give up and just give your kids back. Sometimes a criminal will go down with the ship and just refuse to tell the truth and just fight the whole way. And then sometimes a criminal will break down along the way. Like you get them to a certain point and they just give up and say, okay, look, we broke the law, we didn't do right, and now we're going to go ahead and just show that we were not in the right. Now, I'm going to prove these things to you. I'm not going to just say it. As always, I'm going to bring evidence. I'm going to show you the truth. I'm going to show you the psychology of the criminals that are doing these types of things. And then I'm going to help you to understand why those who are really working undercover for agencies like the FBI and CIA and for CPS, as judges, attorneys, and guardian ad litem and such, I'm going to show you why they attack us so hard with absolute facts, okay? Absolute truth, absolute facts, and I'm going to show you the psychology of these people and how they get down. And I'm going to show you how to wear them down. I'm going to show you how every single one of you who put in an affidavit actually won. And I'm going to show all these things on this video. So I want you guys to share this. Facebook has been trying to block my ability to share the videos with a lot of people or get a lot of people on the videos at once. I want you guys to share this because this is going to be the most damning video you've probably ever seen. Because I'm going to bring everything back in full circle. I'm going to bring all the things back up that I told you guys before. And prove to you how these things have been working. Now, on top of that, I have some very good, powerful news that you're going to be able to use in order to destroy this thing yourself. See, the bar wants to have the ability to have a necessity. They want people to need them. They want people to deal with them. And so as I told you guys, as we start putting pressure on them and we start showing the truth, what ends up happening is that people start seeing that it's been the bar the whole time that's just been setting us up for failure, stealing our kids, stealing our houses, stealing our cars, doing all these shady things to us, throwing people in jail for no reason. And it was almost impossible for the average person to believe that they're just massive stealing kids and throwing people in jail for no reason until we started talking and standing up. But I'm going to show you guys where it's gotten to because it is heavy right now. I'm telling you guys, we are in the last phase of God returning our kids. The truth is out there and it's being known that these people are oppressing. The word is getting out that they're using fake courts. The word is getting out that they are doing these evil things and is forcing the courts that are courts of record to come in and have to do something about it because the people are not backing down. Okay, so please share with everybody, guys. Slow down, stop what you're doing, share this video like crazy. Let's get some numbers on here so good people can share the word. That's the whole purpose of me doing everything that I do. I like to take the truth, give it to faithful people who want to stand up and want to do what's right so that they will tell others. That's how we grow. That's how the biggest movements in the world grew. That's how you start something from nothing and get it to a point where it's crazy. You deal with faithful people. You deal with people who are going to grab on to the goal. They're going to share the information. They're going to share the truth. They're going to get it out there. They're going to build people up. That's how we do it. So if we are too greedy, where we want information, we want to be able to win, we want our kids, we want our cases to be settled correctly and using the law, but we won't go tell other people so that they could do it, is not fair. Okay, so I'm adding the last few people on that I'm going to try to add on, and then I'm asking you guys to add some people on, and then I'm going to go ahead and get to talking. All right, I'm going to do, let's say 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay, so we add 4 more on. Hey, Moon. Hey, Jamie. Good work with what you're doing. Hey, Diana. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Nancy. All right, so here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to pray real quick, and then we're going to get rocking and rolling. I'm going to show y'all some freaking fire, all right? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for giving us another opportunity to come together and talk. Father, please help me to bring the right words to help people to see the truth, to lift them up, and to help people to stand, Father, and knock this thing down. We thank you so much for what you do, Father. We thank you so much for your goodness. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Hey, Natalie. So here's the deal, guys. So I told you guys a long time ago that these courts, CPS and family courts, are courts that don't have authority. The people never granted them the power to be able to take our kids from us while we're alive and while we're not in prison for something, right? They don't have that power. But what's been happening is that people have been stealing authority, and they've been working in the private in for-profit franchises, and they have been stealing kids. They have been unlawfully stealing kids. They have been, unlawfully taking kids. They have been using a fake authority because people believe they're judges and attorneys that are working with government. They've been asking police officers to arrest people. They've been tasing people in courtrooms that are not courts. They've been forcing their will upon people. They've been doing forced arbitration where they're just making a determination and finding facts for an agency, and you assume that they're a court and that they're real judges and all this stuff. So I'm going to prove to you guys that the affidavit is the right process. First of all, the affidavit actually shows facts and truth, and there's a determination that is made as to what the truth is if someone does not rebut your accusations inside of an affidavit. They have to rebut it point by point, and that is the quickest and easiest and most potent way, sworn under the penalty of perjury, to show that somebody has wronged you. Now, you'll notice in these private courts, let me know if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up or something. You'll notice in these private courts that a couple of things that they do is that they try to strike your words from the record. They want no record of what it is that you said. They try to prevent you from talking. They tell you to shut up in their courtroom. They try to railroad you. They'll arrest you if you say something about the Constitution sometimes, all these different things, guys. Now, people laughed and said, okay, well, David Jose's affidavit must not have worked because he didn't get his kids back yet. It must not have worked because some other people got their kids back. But if he didn't get his, then we don't want to talk about it. Well, that's just trolls talking, and that don't really matter to me because, as I said, we're dealing with criminals. And when you deal with criminals, you can show them proof of them doing wrong. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to say, hey, you know what, I did do wrong, I admit it, or they may hold off and tell later when there's so much pressure from the community, or they may just say, listen, I'll just lie until I die, period, right? So that's just part of the fight, guys. That's part of the battle. And I want you to start thinking logically. I want you to not be deceived by people who play on your emotions and say, oh, well, if you put in an affidavit, you might get arrested. They ain't got nobody Out of all the thousands of people that did affidavits with us, they don't have one person that got arrested over an affidavit. Not one. But they say these things to scare you, to stop you from making an attempt to stop the court from doing what it's doing. Most of these people who do this happen to be attorneys or worked with attorneys, made money with attorneys that deal with CPS and foster care, and they're trying to stop you from using anything that will get them caught, because for all these years, there's been no record of what they've done to you in court. Sometimes they destroy the record after so many months. Sometimes they just seal the record and say you can't see it, nobody else can see it. So it's very, very, very dirty, because where in a court of record, in a public court, do you see that nobody can have access to the information of what's in the case? So you'll see people on murder trials, and you'll see it on TV being played live. They'll be going through the whole process. They'll be showing pictures. They'll be doing all these different things, showing what the truth is, and the public is able to see. But in these, and they don't want you to know, oops, I'm sorry guys, hold on. I made a mistake and forgot to plug up my phone. Hold on. They play games, and they don't want you to know, or anybody to know or have access to what's going on in your case. That's why affidavits are important, because they'll say you can't show paperwork from our case, right? Our stuff, but then they don't want you, they get afraid at times when you have affidavits showing what's going on in the case that's outside of them that you made. You're serving them copies, and they know that people like Trump and William Barr and other people are getting copies of the affidavits. They're mad because they don't know how to stop you from telling on them. That's what the real truth is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys something that came out today. Everything I told you guys about how these are private courts. Guys, give me some thumbs up if you can hear this. For some reason, the comments aren't moving. I'm sure somebody made a comment. Oh yeah, there they go. Now comments starting to jump in. So what's crazy, guys, is these people didn't want you to have access to what is really happening, right? They didn't want you to have access to the real court record, and I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why the trolls are really misled or just lying to you on purpose, and how the affidavits really work on your behalf, how they really help you. Now, I need you guys to give me feedback because the video is moving slow for some reason. I need you guys to give me feedback. If I say something good, please show me love. If I say something that you feel it in your heart, it resonates with you and you know it's truth, let me know. All right? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys something, and it is going to blow you away, right? It's going to blow you away, because we are going to see what is really going on, all right? So y'all know I'm big into the mind and big into psychology. In order to free the people, you have to change their psychology. Now, one of the biggest things that the trolls try to use is they say, well, you could get arrested if you use an affidavit. You could get arrested if you speak up. You could get arrested if you protest. You could get arrested if you tell. That is the most ignorant thing in the world. First of all, what we have to do is we have to ask the question, can you be arrested unlawfully? Can somebody illegally arrest you? Can somebody arrest you because they're doing you wrong and they want to hide what's wrong and you're speaking too much? See, we got these cowardly, weak people who try to play on the mind of the parents who are already fearful. The parents want to just win. The parents want their kids back. They want a night of sleeping in the bed with their kids hanging out around them. They want, you get your kids back. I guarantee there's going to be a long amount of time that everything you do, your kids are going to be stuck to you, right? Parents just want their kids back. So these people who are trolling the movement, they say, oh, well, you're going to get arrested if you do this or do that. So they try to bring fear with your arrest. And first of all, we got to realize that not everything that somebody in a court does or a private business acting like a court does is lawful. And I'm going to prove it to you. So we're going to break this thing down psychologically so I can help you to grow in your mind and in your faith, to build you up. How many people will want that? Give me a thumbs up if you want to be built up, if you want to know that you're doing the right thing, that you're on the right side of the law. Remember, I told you guys that the Bar Association and the courts and the government is going to start talking about everything that's happening to us, and that's when we know we're winning. When we see them come out and start saying, well, the courts are being too hard, the attorneys are being too hard, that's when we know we're winning like crazy. Now remember, the trolls in the movement, the fake agents who work for the FBI and CIA who move inside of the movement trying to keep you from telling on these people who are trafficking kids and selling them for money. Remember, guys, this is what happens. They try to tell you that no judge is ever going to go to jail. No judge is ever going to get in trouble. No judge is ever going to get fired. No kids are ever going to come back. They kept telling you that. Now, we have seen tons and tons and tons of kids come back. If you've seen it on my page, give a thumbs up. It ain't me that's telling, it's the parents that told. Nobody can say that kids didn't come back. Now they just try to explain it away, right? They say, well, give us a judge that'll show orders that says that your affidavit made them give them back. It's like they didn't want to give the kids back. They were fighting, dogging parents out. Then we give an affidavit out of nowhere. They want to give the kids back. And you want to blame it on what? And you expect a dirty judge that's really a clerk to come out and tell the truth and say, hey, your affidavit scared my pants off and I'm giving this kid back because I know you know the law. You expect them to say that? Okay, that just shows the foolishness of these people who are trying to play a game with your mind. But let me let you guys see something. Okay, so this is from Health Impact News, right? And what I'm going to show you, this is February 21st, 2020. Justice for medical freedom kidnapping. Philadelphia judge confesses to illegally jailing parents. Now, guys, okay, this one title right here is enough to have you praising God and jumping up and down and knowing that we are winning. Now, first of all, guys, there used to be a time where these judges, so-called, never got put on blast for what they were doing. There was a time where nobody believed that there was a such thing of medical kidnapping. But watch this. Philadelphia judge confesses to illegally jailing parents. Now remember, you got people like Chastity in Philadelphia telling on CPS. You got other people coming together doing it. You got, I think Councilman O is there. I got a chance to teach his office. He's bringing fire showing that they're stealing kids. But watch this, guys. This woman confesses to illegally jailing parents. Now, psychologically, guys, we have to break this down and understand what we're seeing, guys, because we're about to win. I'm telling y'all. Doesn't this say that it's possible to illegally jail parents? Guys, she used her office that was not a real court of record to illegally jail parents. Now, for everybody who says, oh, if you do this or that, you could get arrested. The one problem they don't tell you about is that the people in these private courts don't have the power to arrest you. So when they arrest you because you're speaking up, they arrest you because of your paperwork, they are illegally jailing parents. Oh my gosh. Come on, y'all. Now, we're going to take this deeper. So this woman, she looks all proper and prime, right? She got this smooth skin, beautiful teeth, right? Look like she keeps up with herself or whatever. Probably made a lot of money illegally jailing parents and stealing kids, right? But watch this. I think it's Lyris or Lyris. It doesn't matter to me what her first name is. Young, judge of the Court of Common Pleas. She's not a real judge in this capacity, but I'm going to let y'all see something. Philadelphia court judge exposed. Now, let's look at this word exposed, guys, right? If you take gag orders and let somebody lie on you, hide the truth, do all these shady things like throw you in jail and you don't tell, right? If you allow this to happen, could a fake judge ever be exposed for illegally jailing parents? See, I want to get y'all thinking, right? I want to get y'all thinking. Can she get exposed if they trick us? See, all the people in the movement who are telling you don't put in affidavits, they don't want you to put in affidavits because they know it leads to this. The Bar Association had to do a journal telling how many times they realized that the family court is unlawfully doing things to parents. They're harming mothers and fathers. They're trampling their rights. They're being too forceful, right? Now I'm going to let y'all see something. Woo, it's about to get deep. The Superior Court of Pennsylvania reversed the termination of parental rights. Now here's the problem, guys. If this was a court of record and there was a jury that gave that held the trial under the common law, the Superior Court wouldn't be able to reverse the termination unless they use the rules of the common law. That's Article 7 of the Bill of Rights. Any case over $20 where a jury makes a determination using the rules of the common law, what ends up happening is that under the rules of common law, no other court in America, in the United States, can hear that trial or that information except for by the rules of the common law. So watch what this Superior Court, which would be the court of record, did. The Superior Court of Pennsylvania reversed the termination of parental rights that had been decreed under Judge Lyris Young of Philadelphia Family Court. Now, if this was a real case, the only way that somebody's rights could be taken away is by a jury of their peers. So it wouldn't be somebody named Lyris that decrees that your rights are terminated. Guys, these people can't terminate your rights. If she had the power to terminate rights, then surely somebody wouldn't just be able to come and reverse what she did. Right? See, what's happening, guys, is it's a big hoax and a trick. And these people expect us to not learn the truth. Watch this. According to the American Bar Association Journal, a child referred to as NM was taken from her parents after she was found to have 2 broken ribs. The appellate decision is public record, with the parents and children identified only by their initials. Now, guys, first of all, it's a private court that did it. And notice that the kids were taken away from the parents with broken ribs, and yet that wasn't enough to prove that you should be able to take the kids. Now, how many kids in America, how many parents have had their kids taken with something much less than that? Oh, you got dirty dishes. Oh, we heard this. We heard that. So we're taking your children. See, guys, what's happening is that these people are getting caught and we're coming out too hard on them. And what's happening is they realize that the bar is going to lose their power altogether because the people realize they're trafficking our kids. The people realize they were stealing the kids. Now, what I'm going to show you guys is that I told you guys that they were going to start getting in trouble. They were going to start telling on each other. It was going to get worse and worse because we're coming out and talking. Let's see if I was telling the truth. Watch this. When 2 fractured ribs were found, the child abuse team, including Dr. Natalie Stavis, decided that the only explanation was abuse. See, y'all know how to get these fake doctors to come in and just make a determination that you hurt a kid because the kid had a bruise, or the kid wasn't looking good today, or the kid wasn't feeling good today. Well, notice that they are all contracted as private inside of a system that they are using as a business enterprise. The Philadelphia Department of Human Services was called on April 7, 2016, and the baby was seized from her parents. You seize stuff in Admiralty, right? You seize stuff in Admiralty. You don't just go snatching up people's kids. That's called kidnapping. And because this judge is in trouble, it proves that it's kidnapping. Watch this. DHS refused to place the baby with her grandparents. Isn't this what they always do? And she was placed in foster care. The parents' rights were terminated. Hurtado versus California shows that you cannot diminish the rights of the people. You can't terminate nobody's rights. Get the freak out of here. Get the freak out of here. And look, somebody running for Congress, Josh Barnett, is saying that Facebook wouldn't even let them post this on this page. Guys, share this with more people, guys. We got to get this out here. This is the straw that's going to break CPS back. I promise you. it is going to break their back, because the people are going to wake up today and realize, like, oh shucks, this was true. We can fight. Watch this, guys. It is apparent from the appeals documents that there are other medical possibilities. Y'all know how they try to say you're crazy. They want to bring some person from another state to give you some type of psych evaluation saying that you're crazy, but you never had any issues before. You get your own. It says you ain't got no issues, but they want to act like you do anyway. There were other medical possibilities for the baby's injuries that were not considered. See, a lot of times, like people who had SIDS issues, shaking baby, all that stuff, they want to say that you killed your kid, but then there was other medical possibilities. They just throw it out the record or ignore it. Watch this. The family was not permitted to have other medical experts testify as to other possible diagnoses. Y'all, how many times have y'all seen this happen? Come on, man. It happens in Arlena's case. Arlena wanted to get a second opinion. They were mad. They just took the kid from her. It happened in Melissa Deagle's case. They attacked her for stuff that she had no control over, right? Because the parents did not have an explanation, the foregone conclusion that CHOPS was abused. See, this is why you can't bring these private entities into our lives and just take our kids from us. They're doing it by claiming that there was an abuse, but they can't write an affidavit swearing to it. When nobody can swear to something being done wrong, there is no case. You can't just come say, oh, well, we just think that something happened, so we gonna get you. Now watch this, y'all. What they call a judge, right, which is working in the private. Now, I'm going to prove something to y'all. If a judge is working in a judicial capacity, you can't prosecute them for the decisions they make when they're working under their jurisdiction, making their determinations. Come on now, you can't just arrest every judge for every determination they make. There's something else here that they're not telling us that shows what's really, really, really happening. Watch this. Judge Lyris Young was later removed from the bench as her trial was pending. Guys, didn't the troll say that? I need y'all to give me some thumbs up if y'all feeling me on this. Didn't the troll say that no judge would ever get in trouble? Didn't they say nobody ever go to jail? Didn't they say nothing gonna happen to them? Didn't they say that? Don't the trolls say we wasting our time? The protests ain't gonna do nothing. All the affidavits ain't gonna do nothing. Turning all the stuff in y'all turn into Trump's trafficking council. It ain't gonna do nothing. People standing up, it ain't gonna do nothing. No judge will ever come out and do nothing. Nothing ain't gonna ever change. It's just gonna be the same. Right? Judge Lyris Young was later removed from the bench as her trial was pending. See, guys, this shows you how powerful it is. This shows y'all how powerful it is. Let's see. She was removed from the bench, and she was waiting for her freaking trial. The judge was. So don't tell me what's not going to happen, right? Today, February 19, 2020, Philadelphia media is reporting that Judge Young has admitted to allegations to avoid trial. Now, guys, I want y'all, I'm going to read that to y'all one more time, and then I'm going to flip the screen around, and I'm going to blow y'all back out with some real psychology or some understanding of the mind. Watch this. Judge Lyris Young was later removed from the bench as her trial was pending. Today, February 19, 2020, Philadelphia media, because the media got to report it when it get out of control. They don't want to tell when you're trying to tell them. But when it gets to the point where judges going to jail or about to get in trouble, they got to start reporting then. Philadelphia media is reporting that Judge Young has admitted to the allegations. For what reason, though? To avoid trial. She don't want that open spectacle. The bar don't want the open spectacle either. She admitted to the allegations to avoid trial. Now, guys, why is this important? These silly people in the movement who don't want you to stand up and tell your story and get your word out and get it on an affidavit and show the truth, show what's happening, show that they're stealing kids. They don't want you to speak up. But right here, we see that the so-called judge, right? Give me a thumbs up if y'all liking this. The so-called judge admitted that she did illegally steal the kid and all this stuff and terminate the parents' rights and do all this wrong. She did it illegally only to avoid trial. Guys in the movement, I want you to hear this. Remember I told y'all you can hit them with affidavits. They'll laugh at it for a while. They'll try to act like they don't know what you're talking about. Then sometimes they just say, oh, yeah, we don't want these kids. We made a mistake. CPS made a mistake. Or, we feel like the parents just got good all of a sudden. Y'all turned to some good Christian family that love your kids. And you want to do this and do that good or whatever. Yeah. Let bygones be bygones. As long as you don't want to sue us or mess with us or whatever. We just think we should go ahead and give your kids back. Are y'all getting this? So these people in the movement will tell you that nothing will change. The affidavits ain't doing nothing. Standing up ain't doing nothing. But notice, the judge tried to play hardball, y'all, and act like she didn't do anything wrong and waited out until it was almost time for trial. And then once she was going to get in trial, she came and started singing. I admit it, I did it. Yeah, we stole the kid. Yeah, we illegally took these kids, man. We should have never had these people kids. We ignored evidence. We did this stuff. Yeah, we tore these parents up in court. We really hurt them. We dogged them, right? Right? Come on, y'all. Come on. This is a 53-year-old woman that looks like she has some class, looks like she's an upstanding whatever, right? But looks are deceiving. Now, the people are starting to understand it is part of our psychology now. It is part of our thinking now and our realm of possibilities now that these people who act like they're judges aren't really judges, and they're using power that they don't really have, and they're taking kids that they shouldn't really take. And it's only the ones who keep pushing and exposing that's going to have the opportunity to have their cases really heard. I'm going to tell y'all something. Many of you guys never really even been to court. You've been to a private business meeting. You thought you were in court. They were using false freaking pretenses against you. They were coming together using fraud against you, tricking you into thinking you were in a court of record, tricking you into thinking that you were in a real court, arresting you unlawfully. Right now, you think about Arlena now. She speaks up. She talks. She tells everything that's going on, and they get mad, and they find a reason to arrest her. Then they realize they don't have enough to prosecute her, so then they try to make it look like she's mentally ill. Then they hire their doctors that they use all the time to say that she's mentally ill, to give her the test. I don't know what the results are, but why do they keep using these same actors over and over again to say you use drugs or that you mentally ill, you ain't never had problems before, never used a drug in your life, and these people will try to say stuff against you and use their team of players to come with the same results over and over and over again. And now the people and the media are starting to see that these people are kidnapping for money. That judge, so-called, made money on that case. But it was not in the realm of understanding for people to realize that this is what was happening. Oh, and the woman, Evelyn just said the woman who illegally arrested Arlena was a commissioner, not a judge, a commissioner. And she illegally arrested her without even having a bond. That shows you it's in the private, guys. It's in the private. So the thing is, guys, is that these people will get you to volunteer to go to jail, get you to volunteer to work with them inside of their jurisdiction. And even in so-called criminal courts, I know y'all don't know this in many cases, or many of you, some of you do. Even in criminal courts, based on what Kenneth Cope Davis said in Administrative Law and Government, his book, you actually see that there's statutory courts that are civil and criminal. And both of them are actually administrative courts, not judicial. Right? They're not courts of record. You have to agree to the jurisdiction. but they're not telling you. And because they've been doing it for so long, they just force it on you because people don't know. And it's not until we get out and start talking that we understand what we're really fighting. So I'm going to show y'all something. Who wants their kids back? Please give me a thumbs up if you had your kids taken and you want them back. If you had things taken under Admiralty and you want them back, please give me a thumbs up if y'all feeling me, okay? Please give me a thumb up. I'm going to show y'all some excerpts from this article. If y'all getting something good out of this, please give me a thumbs up. Please let me know if I'm doing a good job. All right. Philadelphia Common Pleas Court Judge Lyris Young, who has been fighting a complaint charging her with 10 counts of judicial misconduct. It ain't really judicial misconduct because she ain't a judge in that capacity. Over 18 months in family court, has admitted to the allegations in a filing with the Pennsylvania Court of Judicial Discipline. With the admission made public late Tuesday, Young, 53, will avoid trial that had been set for Wednesday. See, guys, that she had failed to be impartial. Now, y'all know these CPS and these family courts are totally impartial. Like I told y'all, the court freaking judge works as a clerk for the agency. She can't be impartial. They all get paid by Title IV money. They all get their authority under the same fake system, right? Claims that she had failed to be impartial, demonstrated an improper judicial demeanor. How many times have y'all seen him yelling at y'all, dogging y'all, punking y'all? Denied parties their right to be heard in court. How many times have they struck everything you say from the record? Won't let you speak, won't let you call witness, and cause inordinate delays in cases involving young children. Guys, they can't help that were supposed to be fast tracked. They can't help but give these crazy delays because they don't make the money they're supposed to make unless they remove kids and delay it for like 15 months or a year. This is what must be done in order to start making ask for money. They do this as a business practice, guys. We're not going to let them get away with this. As a judge in the family court, Young on several occasions prevented parents from speaking in court. Come on, y'all. Proceedings about the removal of their children from care. How many times have y'all seen this happen? Didn't I tell y'all this was wrong? Didn't I tell y'all the trolls was telling y'all wrong about kissing their butt? Don't freaking say nothing. Just be quiet. Follow their rules. When they say jump, you say how high. I don't mind being the one who put my own life on the line and take risks to fight these freaking clowns. I don't negotiate with terrorists. When you get me into a courtroom and you tell me that you're not going to let me talk, shut up, be quiet. This is my courtroom. We going to let CPS talk and take whatever they say and you just going to sit there. I'm sorry, but I'm fighting. If you think you going to take my kids, they still belong to me. God got my back. Maybe I got a war I got to do. Maybe I got to fight to show the truth. I ain't mad. I'm ready to do what I got to do. This is good for me to do the work that God will have me to do. It is good for me to stand up and get all the parents to fight so all their parents get their kids back. It is a righteous thing to have to suffer a little bit of persecution to build the people up. You better realize that the word is getting out what people are doing. Watch this. The Inquirer reported one mother. Now, notice that this mother ain't no punk. A lot of y'all won't freaking talk because some trolls in the movement tell you to be quiet or shut up and just kiss their butt and do what they say or you'll never see your kids again. One mother described being handcuffed in the courthouse where her kids were taken away. Now, guys, didn't we see a situation where a woman was held in Arizona when they had guns to the back of her head and all that stuff while the judge told her, don't let her leave. We gonna take her kids, find out where these kids are. And that ain't even a judge, guys. They don't have power to do it. They've been doing to y'all. This is proof right here. She would not regain custody of the children for 8 months until after Young was removed from her courtroom. See, somebody had to remove this silly ditzy lady from her courtroom before somebody got their kids back because she's just stealing kids and using power in a wrong way. Now, I'm going to let y'all see something. See, they're showing this woman. This woman is only the scapegoat. This woman is the first one they're showing going to jail so that they can get people's minds used to the fact that somebody went against their authority. Watch this. In another case, now notice though, a mother described being handcuffed. How in the world would the Inquirer know that one mother got handcuffed when they took her kids? Because one mother stood up, was not a freaking punk, and told on this silly, ditzy, fake judge about what she did to her. See, too many of y'all are letting these clowns in the movement tell you, you don't talk about what's being done to you, you do everything in secret, you don't protest, you don't make noise, you just shut up and be quiet. Come on, man. Stop that junk. Watch this. In another case, a mother became ill during proceedings and stepped out of the courtroom. Young barred her from re-entering while she was absent, terminating her parental rights. Now, guys, if this judge was really a judge and she really did what was right and she terminated parental rights, why then are they saying that this woman terminated her rights as if she was doing something wrong? Why, guys? Why? This woman right here, guys, is just a woman. But she wore a black robe and with that pretty smile, right? With that pretty smile, she got up and took people's rights away in their mind, but it wasn't legit, as we can see from the article. She took people's kids away, but it wasn't legit based on what we see in the article. She wouldn't let people speak, but it wasn't legit based on the article, right? She illegally jailed people. She put people in jail, but it wasn't legit based on the evidence and the article. So guys, I want to come back and I want to break this down to you. So people will tell you guys that, these judges can do what they want to do. You say these courts ain't real, David. You say that these are courts. They took my kids for real. You say that these aren't real courts, David. You say these aren't courts of record. You say that they're exercising powers that they don't have. But they took my kids for real. See, that's what the trolls say. They took kids for real. Oh, just because somebody took kids, that means that they had the right to? So everybody who's a child molesting freaking child kidnapper, they're legit just because they had the power and the strength to snatch your kid out the bed, or to break in your house and steal your kid, or snatch your kid off your arm. They were right. It's the same thing, guys. Right? If people don't have the power to come take your kids when you're walking down the street, they don't have the power to take your kids just because they're in a court with no freaking proof of you doing anything wrong, being in prison for doing something wrong. That's right, Steve. ALJ, they're administrative law judges, right? They're not really judges. They're just clerks. So the thing is, guys, they're making so-called orders to take your kids when they don't have the power to do so. And some of y'all have set up and argued that, oh, well, just because it happened, it was okay. Well, you say, David, that they don't have the power to jail us for nothing, but they're jailing us. Okay. All right. So, guys, we can see that the psychological tricks that are played by trolls in the movement, telling you that just because somebody does something that you must be doing the wrong thing. No, when you stand up and show the truth, the people who got this woman in trouble stood up and told the truth. The people who stood up and told the truth are the ones who got these people in trouble. Yes, Felicia, they can't sign an order to get your son surgery. They can't do that. What they're doing is they're stealing power that we never gave them. You only get power from the Constitution when we grant authority to you. You can't make up a private business and say, oh, well, I'm going to exercise the same power as government even though nobody delegated this to me. That's freaking bullcrap. And we've allowed them to get away for too long because we were afraid. That's the truth. We were afraid. Nobody wanted to stand up and really explain what was going on and expose these people and do the dang work, right? Go out to freaking DC and put these people on notice. Go out to these meetings and put these people on notice. And I want to talk about that real quick too. Because, you know, guys, I'm going to let you know, sometimes people will get on you for what God has given you to do. And the thing is that I understand that I'm a small fry. I'm a nobody. I'm a nothing without God. The things that I've been led to do is what I've been led to do by God. And sometimes you're going to have people who are in the movement who are going to try to limit what you can say. They're going to try to stop you or control you or pull you into their circles so that they can get you to go up under their control and they can manage you. And that's one thing that I'll never do. I'm not trying to be up under somebody's management. I'm not trying to allow somebody to shut my voice down. When God leads me to do something, I need to get up and do it. And I can see the benefit of living that way. Sorry, had to crack my neck. I can see the benefit of living that way. I can see that good things are happening. I can see that God is blessing us and we have been lifted up. I can see that God is delivering us. I can see that God is taking care of us and that we are being moved to higher heights. I can see the system falling, and I know that God has let me be part of a lot of the work that's doing that. I can't take glory, though, because the glory goes to God. He's the one who put it in place. He's the one who encouraged me to move. He's the one who allowed me to be in the midst of the fight. He allowed my little guys to get taken. If he didn't allow my little guys to get taken, I can promise you guys I wouldn't be fighting right now. I wouldn't be going as hard as I'm going. I wouldn't even know, right? But the thing is that it's okay if God has to use you for something and you have to suffer. But you know, for me, I have to watch, because you see this jealousy and you see this little hate and this little crap where people will try to insinuate things, or always trying to throw some blame on you, or always trying to make it look like you're the cause of something bad happening because they're jealous or because they want to be the ones to be the big powerhouse that makes everything happen. They want to be the BSD bulldog, right? They want to be all this and be all that. And they attack, and I ain't got time for that. I know my God brings victory, right? I know my God brings victory. I know that trolls been after me. They done reported me to every agency under heaven, and God keeps allowing me to keep moving and be strong and build up the people. It is God who protects me. It is God who lifts me up. It is God who really cares about the people. It is God who's going to deliver all the kids back. I told y'all before this thing was falling, collapsing fast, did I not? If I'm lying, I'm dying. I told y'all this thing was collapsing. I told y'all the judges and attorneys were going to start telling on each other. I told y'all that they're going to start taking some of these people out. I told y'all they're going to start going to prison. I told y'all that they were going to get caught. I told y'all, right? And I said that we had to keep up with what we're doing, and we had to move and keep the truth going out, right? And we had to stay consistent. We got to fight. We have to do the things that work. I told y'all these things, right? I told y'all when it wasn't popular to say. I told y'all when I looked like a dummy. I told y'all when I looked like I was just, you know, as some of the clowns say, oh, he's giving false hope. He's telling us that judges are going to get in trouble. He's telling us that kids are going to be given back. Even in this article, kids were given back for fake judges doing wrong, right? CPS doing wrong, hiding evidence, not being impartial. We know in all of our cases, these people were impartial. You think your kids ain't coming back? You think that we're not about to tear this thing down? You think that we're not about to win? You think they don't hear us? You think they don't know us? You think that they're not watching our Facebooks? You think that they're not more concerned about what we're saying than what other people are saying now? Come on, man. Come on. We have stood powerfully, and the word is getting out, and now they can't hide it anymore. Now they're concerned. Oh yeah, they done committed some treason. Now they're concerned. See, we got people in the movement who told you guys not to believe what I told you guys clearly was coming and what was going to happen. Now it's happening. You see, these same people who told you not to listen to me is the same people trying to report me to the FBI, report me to the bar, report me to this, report me to that. They want to report me for telling you the truth. And I don't really give a freak. I don't really give a freak about some no jurisdiction having entity being reported to them. I don't give a freak. I don't care, because the people need to get their kids back. The people must stand on truth. The people have to kick butt. The people have to stand. The people have to move. The people have to be redeemed. The people who are sitting in prisons have to be able to be released. The people who are being dogged out have to be made free and have their rights back and be treated like decent people again. So I don't care what these people say about what they're going to try to do to me. I got a God that owns the cattle of 1,000 hills. I got a God that destroys Sodom and Gomorrah, the same practices that are happening to our kids right now. So I'm not freaking worried about what these people so-called want to do and who they think they are. I don't give a freak what they do. All right. I'm not worried about what they say to the FBI, who don't even have a charter. Okay. I'm not worried about them. I'm concerned about the people. And I'm going to tell you what, the people are going to deal with all of these agencies that's been hiding the truth. All of these agencies that's been trafficking the kids, right? All of them that have been suppressing. We know the FBI suppressed stuff too. All of them are going to be put in their place by the people. They are going to be brought before courts of law. Just like with Trump, how they're all getting in trouble now. They're getting exposed as being liars and setting up coups and all this stuff. You think that they'll do it to Trump and they won't do it to us? You think they won't set us up? You think they won't suppress the word that CPS is trafficking in these fake courts for all these years? Yes, they will. This is what they were put there for, to give people the illusion that they were trying to help while they were causing problems. Come on, man. Don't get me started in here. I'm letting y'all know we gotta fight back. And we should be having fun doing it. Have fun standing up to evil. Have fun standing up to wickedness. Look, I made a rap yesterday. And I freestyled the rap. I got a beat. Freestyled the freaking rap last night about Cindy McCain, or the night before last, about Cindy McCain and how she knew about Epstein trafficking and all that stuff. I just made the video the other night, right? Just because something said, man, you just need to make a video, man. Make it. I'm finishing the video, but make a song talking about how they all knew about what was going on. See, our psychology is changing as a people. We realize now, out of their own mouth, God is letting slip out the wicked intentions of their heart. See, the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So when Cindy McCain, when I showed the beginning of the music video, you see where it says, we, the, it hides in plain sight. We all knew what Epstein was doing. We all knew what he was doing. They all knew, they were all involved. She said, we first. Then she said, it hides in plain sight. So to say Epstein hides in plain sight means that Epstein wasn't hiding the fact that he was raping kids. How do we know? She said, we all knew. What's up, Big Gary? Cindy McCain on my rap video said, we all knew he was hiding in plain sight. No, he wasn't. She said, I believe, was it was hiding in plain sight. So here's the problem. Psychologically, what did she tell us? First of all, it seems like her heart, and I can't say for sure, was trying to say we hid it in plain sight. Because she said I believe it was hidden in plain sight. Epstein hid it in plain sight. We all knew. He didn't hide nothing in plain sight. It seemed like they all hid it. We hid it in plain sight. Why do I think she meant that? Because you see her brain spitting out stuff. Then she realized she caught herself like, oh, shucks, I just told. So then she had to keep flowing. Then she talked too much. So what happened is that she is telling that they hid it in plain sight, in my belief, right? In my belief, I believe psychologically it was a Freudian slip where your mind makes a mistake and says what's on your heart. She said, we, right? When she says we, watch my music video, share it with everybody and tell everybody about this, guys. There's some deep stuff, like she just broke down on the video. I believe that the trafficking councils and systems around the nation are set up just like the Amber Alert is set up, I believe, by Clinton and all of them, and Podesta family. I believe that, and we'll see, I believe that the foundations are set up to be a front to act like they care and suppress anybody trying to come up the ranks trying to tell. And that the Amber Alerts and all of that stuff are created to steal kids from the people, but they don't report really when somebody steals a kid from a parent. So you got to think about that. When DCS or CPS loses a kid, they don't tell on Amber Alert. Only when they want your kid. So you got to think about that, right? So what's happening is that they really, hey, Amanda, they really thought they were going to get away with some stuff, and we're busting their back out, guys. We are showing the truth, and God is letting us stand, and it's being revealed what's really happening. So I want you guys to think about this. I hope this was a powerful video for you. I hope you understand that our affidavits and us telling is exposing these people. Trump asked for whistleblowers, guys, and I kind of got mixed up in a whole bunch of stuff, whatever. I was really busy. That's right, Alan. No attorney going to fight like one of us will. I'm going to tell you guys the next step I'm going to do, and that we can do if you guys want to do it. Give me a thumbs up if you want to do it too, right? Trump asked for evidence from whistleblowers of CPS trafficking, and just like this case, we know that CPS and foster care has trafficked every kid that pretty much that I know of, that where people got their kids taken. It was all bull. So what I want to do, guys, is I want you to now, since we already sent affidavits through Francesca to Trump, what I want to do now is I want to take evidence of where they trampled your rights in the cases where these so-called judges and attorneys lied, and you can prove it with the paperwork. I want you guys to take this paperwork that you have. Pray for me, people. My federal trial date against the Title IV crime family is scheduled for June 23rd, 2020. All right, we're going to stop real quick, and we're going to pray for my brother in Christ, Gary Lynn Scott. He's one of the most powerful people in the movement. He actually went against them one-on-one. He made a whole court recuse themselves. So he's a bad mamma jamma. So we're going to pray for Gary, who has a case coming up, a trial. Dear Heavenly Father, we come thanking you for your power and might. We thank you for Gary, Father, who is a mover and shaker in the fight against these unlawful things. He is one who stands up vocally, Father, with no fear, with heart to help other people, and he leads other people in the group he has, Father. And we just come to you thanking you for his courage, his strength. And we just ask that you bless Brother Gary, Father, that you lift him up, that you give him a victory, that you knock down his enemies, Father, that you leave them fleeing, that you show their fraud, Father, that you go before the judge who is going to be there, and that you touch his heart, Father, and help him to see the wickedness that is happening. If there's any jury, Father, that you touch their hearts beforehand and let them see the wickedness that is going on, and that you deliver Brother Gary a mighty victory, Father. We trust in you, and we know that you got this, Father. So we just ask that you be with us and keep us, that you keep Brother Gary safe, Father. Bless him and his family, and just give him those things that he is in need of and the wisdom that he needs. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. So, Gary gonna kick some butt, guys. He's a strong man, and I know that God is using him, and he don't give up. So we got to support that. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all, we are going to start turning this evidence in. I'm gonna try to get with Fran and see if she's down to do it again. I'm not going to give out the emails of exactly who we're sending it to, because as you guys know, we got the trolls in the movement like Randy Scott Davis, Ashley Nee Cooper, the woman who said she was FBI to somebody who I had information given to that she got 9 kids back in Arizona. It was a beautiful thing, but she was told that the FBI was investigating me like 2 years ago or something like that, and all this bull crap. That joke is so funny, you know? But anyway, they're like, don't say that David helped you get your kids back anymore. We're the FBI and we're investigating him. Don't freaking say that you got kids back. Don't say it. Woo, boy. That's some messed up stuff when the trolls got to tell people that the FBI and don't give good feedback about the stuff you learn from me helping. Okay. All right now. So anyway, guys, so we've had some good victories lately. We had some good things happening. We got people standing up. We saw Francesca and them go to Letitia James' house and protest in front of her house on live video. Courage is contagious. Let's see, it's disgusting. The trolls fight others active in the movement. That's right. That's all they can do. All they want to do is fight people in the movement because it's a psychological battle that they want to make it look like if you stand up, you're going to lose or fail so that they can keep it moving, you know? So, guys, if this video has been good to you, please give me a thumbs up. It's crazy, Stephen. Please give me a thumbs up. Please let me know. Please say you liked it inside of the video, and please share it like crazy with a title. See, guys, if you just share something, all it does is just show the share and nobody knows what it's about, so they're not going to read it. So make sure you share it with exclamation points before and after the title, and say, you know, David Jose video that is going to break CPS and family court down for good. Exposed today. Judges getting kicked off the bench and getting in trouble. I don't know if she's going to jail yet. I really don't care. I don't care if she goes to jail or not. It'd be nice if she does, but I don't care. The people are knowing the truth and they're seeing it. We'll deal with all that later, right? So anyway, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you guys for being supportive and strong. Thank you guys for being the greatest. Thank you guys for being powerful and mighty. Thank you guys for standing. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'm sure it went a little long. It's been an hour, all right? So this is Dave Jose bringing you the truth, all right? Letting you see that everything that I told you was true, that it's all coming to a head. Your kids are coming back. And the way that your kids coming back is that people are going to stand up and talk, and we're coming together. And now it's your decision if you want to keep pressing, because as you press is going to be the very thing that gets them put in jail, the very thing that brings all the kids back, because it's unraveling, guys. It's coming out into the open that these people are not real, holding real courts. These people are not real judges. And if you see the Superior Court could just overturn her decision that easily when they find out she's been doing all these people wrong, or see, it's not about the Superior Court finding out they're doing all these people wrong. They knew they were doing all these people wrong. It's the fact that the people are finding out that they're doing all these people wrong and getting tired and standing up. So now, and politicians are starting to stand up, like David O came out. David or Daniel O? Councilman O from over there. He came out and told that CPS was taking kids and that it was wrong and it was unlawful. People are telling, guys, and they don't know how to cover it up no more. So now they got to start throwing their own people under the bus. Now, it's kind of funny that they know that these people are doing this around the nation. The lady that they picked to get, it's kind of funny. I know that there's some psychological stuff behind that too, but she's not the only one who's done this. They're all doing it. Not all. Almost all of them are doing it. And we need to get to the point where we start showing what they're doing and bust the back out of this thing, all right? So I want to thank you guys for coming on. I love the heck out of y'all. Y'all stay out of trouble. Y'all be cool. Bless y'all. Freaking, if y'all want to get on with me or whatever, and we knock this thing out and get all our evidence in to Trump, I can tell you how to do it. Don't put together a whole bunch of stuff with feelings. Just show the facts. If you got paperwork where they lied and change reports and stories, or wouldn't let you get your evidence in, you could put all that in the form of an affidavit, support your affidavit with the evidence of what they did from those cases, and we gonna send it out to Trump's people. You should scan it, because we can email it easier, or you can make a package and we'll mail them in. But I need you guys to start getting that together right now. If you want to, tell everybody else. Let's get the movement jumping again. Let's make this thing crack. The camel got almost the total weight limit on his back. And if you drop one piece of straw in that mud, it's about to break. So let's go ahead and break this thing, guys. Let's go ahead and finish it. We have taken really good steps. We're about to knock this thing down. Y'all gonna get y'all kids back, and a lot of y'all gonna get money judgments, and it's gonna bankrupt the whole CPS across the nation. So let me know if y'all want to get it rolling. Let me know if this video is good to y'all. Please like and share it, everybody. Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's stay in touch. Get with me if you want to knock this thing out. Peace.